fellow chartists, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Chartist, and today we had a crazy trappy day in the stock market, especially for the S&P 500. It was a FOMC day. Incredible. It was awesome, and we're going to talk about it today. But first, look at the flow sentiment. Despite the action today, an up move from the previous day, flow sentiment is still bearish. We're 82% into the puts, okay? These are contracts that were bought for SPY today. And most of the 82% of those contracts were puts, okay? So, yeah, we're seeing some big numbers. This one, 1.4 million premium, 410 price target, strike price, excuse me, 2.4 million premium, 432. Okay, so we're seeing some big money still betting to the downside, okay? So big money is still bearish. All right, this is filtered for 200K premiums or above. Now, this is a 15-minute chart, okay? Actually, before we do that, I want to show you my Discord, okay? The plan for today, I wrote here, clean technicals and SPY. Yesterday, my target was 426 to 427, and it hit after a rally from the setup, which was 418 holding. Bears had a chance there, but dropped the ball so far. FOMC at 2 p.m. decision time. Now, here's the plan. As long as 427 to 428 holds, that was my support, 433.5 to 434, and then 438 to 438. 437 to 438. Those are my price targets. So my first price target was 433.5 to 434 zone. That was the one that got hit today. Okay, success. And I also wrote 427 fails. We sell back to 423, then 420, then 418, and I'm bears below 418. Okay, I also wrote here, all right, FOMC today. So we'll need to be very flexible and watch the levels. Anything can happen, so turn off your bias. I gotta let you guys know, or at least my Discord members know. Turn off your bias because anything can happen. We want to be ready. Okay, we want to be ready for any scenarios. The market makers ain't tricking us. All right. And then I let you guys know at 8:35 a.m., okay? I let you guys know I expect a dip at 433.5 to 434 zone if we test. I let you guys know before the move happened. That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a dip there, okay? Now let's look at this 15-minute chart. Market open right here at, all right, 9:30, of course. It opened at 429.89. So it opened right in our support zone. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. All right, it gets tough a little bit. Now, ETF buy and sell alert, I write my support and my resistant levels. Okay, so the SPY support level, my first one I had was 429 to 430. And I always write up here the plan. Okay, you long at support, short at resistance. Okay, false breakouts are bearish, false breakdowns are bullish, and yada, yada, yada. I write the plan. That's the plan, right? So, as you can see here, it opened right at our support. Now, according to my strategy, I should have bought a call here. Now, when I look back in hindsight, definitely, right? I should have bought a call, and it aligned with my strategy. If we're at support, you bet to the upside. Now, the reason why I did not take this trade is because it opened right at the open. I usually don't trust, the price action at the open. I give it a little bit of time, 15, 20, 30 minutes, for price to show me a little more price action, okay? That's why I didn't enter at the support, all right? Now, around 10:15 to 10:30-ish, SPY went and hit our 434 to 433.5 resistant zone. That's these two white lines, okay? 434 up here and 433.5 down here. That was our zone. It hit, okay? Now, that was around 10:15 to 10:30-ish. I wrote in general chat, because the group likes it when I talk in general chat, so I try to do that more often. I wrote here at 9:42 a.m. Looks like 430 support held. If you missed that bounce, parentheses, I did. I had to let the group know. I got to be frank, right? I missed that trade as well, okay? My plan is to enter puts, buy puts, okay? All right? I buy a good amount, at least 15, but we don't got to get into that. That's none of your business. Anyways, my plan is to enter puts at 433.5 to 434 zone, setting my stop loss at 435. This is a scalp play. I let the group know what I'm going to do ahead of time because I want, I just want us to all be successful. Anyways, it hit the zone, and as you can see, it chopped a little bit. And right here, it's a small candle, but it broke down a little bit right here. This candle right here, after hitting that zone, It dropped down to 432. As low as 432, it chopped a bit, hit that zone. This candle around 12 p.m. noon, it retested 433.5 one more time, and it ultimately just dropped right down where to our 430 support level to level, guys. Okay, you long at support, you short at resistance, guys. Level to level. This stuff really works. Here's the evidence. And then from 430, right, you're supposed to enter a call or go long at support. Okay. However, we got a bounce, but it was a weak bounce. It went as high as around 431.5. All right, not quite to 432. All right, a very weak bounce, not a good sign. All right, so if you entered a call here and you scalped it, you could have made some money. However, you might not have scalped it and tried to hold. Now, when that happens, if you enter at 430, I usually set my stop loss $1 to $1.50. All right, depending on my position size. Okay, if I take a smaller position, my stop losses are looser. If I take a bigger position, my stop losses are tighter. Okay, so I usually right here will be $1. So if you did buy a call, and when it hit 429 or broke 429, in theory that should have been when you cut your loss. Okay, it's good to cut your loss. Good to respect your stop loss. I respect any trader that respects his stop loss. Okay, when you respect your stop loss, it keeps your losses smaller, so that when you do reposition yourself, you're able to come back in the green a lot easier. Because if you took a big loss, it's gonna be very hard, for you to recover. But if your loss is small, easier to recover. All right. Anyways, so as you can see here, we lost that. That was a big drop. That was around 2 o'clock on FOMC time. Okay. Now everybody knows, or maybe everybody don't know, but I'll mention it anyways. A lot of people know, or many people know, that the first move during FOMC meeting is usually the trap. Right? It's usually the false move before the real move. Okay, I think I wrote that in the Discord today, but I also saw many of my Discord members mentioning that the first move is trappy, and I totally agree with you guys. As you can see, it dropped. All right, big move, took out the 430 support. That's bearish. All right, I had a little trend line right here around 429. I had a support zone of 429 to 430. Okay, so we lost 429, and where did it go? Right to our next support level. All right, I had support 427 to 428. It broke. This candle closed below that, around 426.72. This candle back tested that level as a resistance. It washed above it briefly, but closed below it. So all signs was pointing to the downside. And then the very next candle, around 230, it dropped all the way down. This low of this candle was 424.8. My next support was 423 to 424 zone. So it didn't quite hit that support. So how did you trade it? Well, recaptures are bullish, guys. I mentioned this many times. A recapture, what is a recapture? It's pretty much just a false breakdown. So as you can see here, it falsely broke down from the 427 and recapture. But still, that's a hard setup, okay? Because that's a big body candle and it just kept on going. Where do you enter without trying to catch FOMO? Very tough. However, we recaptured 430. We recaptured the 430 level, and that's when I wrote to the Discord, because this is price action technical analysis in real time, basically on the Discord. Okay, so I let the group know, hey, we recaptured 430. That is bullish. Okay, because when we lose a support, what do we got to do? We got to watch for the back test. It came and back tested it, and instead of rejecting, because that's not a hard rejection, guys. Even this candle, it closed at 429.94. This candle technically did not recapture it, but it closed just a few cents below it. That's a weak rejection. We want to see a strong rejection, which we did not get, and then the next candle pretty much confirmed it. All right, it even tested this support line, this pink support line, which is around the 429 level, as support, and it kept going. But when 430 was recaptured, I let the group know, 430 recapture, guys. Let's go. And look at that. Towards the end of the day in power hour, it just pushed all the way up to the upside, crushed through our price target, and is looking to hit our next price target around 437 to 438 zone. Now let's go to the daily chart. Now if you followed the plan on Discord, you should have been profitable, okay, in theory. Now this is the daily chart, okay? I'm going to take all these lines out. We don't need these lines for now. I'll just remind you of the levels as we go, okay? So pay attention to this triangle pattern. That's the most important pattern that I need you guys to watch out for, okay? I did mention 427 was my pivot level for this triangle pattern. Above 427, I would favor a test of the resistant line of the triangle pattern. Now, I know a lot of the bears who were bear biased were not thinking this was going to happen, or they were hoping it was not going to happen, okay? And it's, you guys still might be right. It still might not be happening, all right? It's close to it right now in aftermarket, but I'm not counting that. Trading during trade hour is most important for me, okay? So if we get a test there, I think we will get a pullback, at least on the first test, okay? So if you're looking to short around 438 to 437 zone. Actually, I'm looking at this candle now. I'm looking at, 437.5 to 438 zone. Okay, that will be the resistance of this triangle pattern. You can look to short there. I think we will get a pullback on the first test. However, remember, I'm a day trader. However, okay, if it does break out, if we close above 438, guys, if we close above that, that's very bullish. That's a breakout of this triangle pattern. Okay, so try not to be too bear bias, too bull bias. Who cares where the SPY goes, man? Just make the money. If it goes up, make the money. Okay, you don't even have to guess where it's gonna go next. Just play it level to level. All right, I show you guys evidence almost every day that level to level works. How much more do you guys want me to do? Okay, so above 438 is a breakout, and I'm bullish. Okay, and I think if we get the breakout, we'll get a multi-week one direction trend move to the upside. Okay, I will feel more comfortable swing trading once we get this breakout. Okay, so one breakout is not enough. We want to get a breakout, then the next day we want to see that level, the breakout level, get tested as a support to confirm more upside. Okay, because if it closes back below, that's a false breakout. False breakouts are bearish. So if you're a bear, watch for a rejection, a strong rejection from that level. Or if it breaks above, watch for a false breakout. That's what you want to do if you're a bear. If you're a bull, watch for a breakout, okay? And, of course, watch for the back test as a support to confirm more upside, okay? Now, for me to be bearish, okay, like I said, a rejection there. And, of course, after a rejection from a resistant, we want to see a support level get taken out. As of right now, 434 to 433.5 is support level. Below that, we play level to level, 430 to 429 next, then 427 to 428, and below 427, that's my pivot level. We'll most likely push it all the way back down to the support of this triangle pattern. Now, this is what I'm guessing. Okay, I'm just guessing, so take this with a grain of salt. If we come back and test this support level, I pretty much doubt it's going to hold. Of course, I could be wrong. Remember, we long at support, so if it does come back and test the support level of the triangle, look to buy calls and set your stop loss where you're comfortable setting your stop loss. Okay, I will be bearish if we get the breakout. Now, support for this triangle pattern is at 417.4. Actually, excuse me, is at 417. Sorry. So support, critical support of this triangle pattern is 417. Below 417, we want to see it break down and confirm with a back test as a resistant of more downside. And if we get the breakdown of this triangle pattern, I think we will get a multi-week one directional move to the downside. And like with the breakout, I would feel more comfortable swing trading once SPY tells us what it actually wants to do. Right now, as long as within this triangle pattern, it's just chopping. It's just chopping, and the best way to trade it, like I told my Discord members, is level to level. All right? So triangle pattern, keep watching it. Now the VIX is looking bearish, guys. All right, all bias aside is looking bearish. All right, it lost the 5-day moving average. It even tested the 5-day moving average as a resistant. Okay, in a strong bear market or a bear trend, rejections from the 5-day moving average is a bearish price action, and it happens a lot. This could be the first of many, but that remains to be seen. We also lost the 20-day moving average, which is at 30.38. All right, and we also lost the 50% retracement level at 28.87, and we lost a lot, guys. And VIX lost a 61.8 retracement level at 26.76. Okay, so it lost a lot of levels. The VIX is looking bearish. So watch out for the back test of previous lost levels: 26.76, 28.87, and of course the 5-day moving average again, and so on. The 20-day moving average with 31 above that. Okay, to be bullish again, I need to see VIX go back above 31. All right, otherwise it's just a dead cat bounce. But 31 is the big resistant level for VIX, and it needs to clear that And if we do, I think VIX will see a new high. All right, and test this yellow resistance line up here, 432, 433-ish. Okay, but right now, I'm just saying, guys, I'm just reporting the price action. Don't kill me. It's looking bearish on the VIX, and we could come down and test this support line, this pink support line. We had many tests of it over here since January 4th, and then January 12th, and in here around February 9th. And we could come back for another test. And it also aligns with the 78.6 retracement level, which is currently at, where is it at? 23.74. All right, so below 23.74, it's a loss of the 78.6 retracement level and a breakdown of this trend line that you see right here. Okay, guys, so just play it level by level. If you want to be biased, it's on you, but, you know, price action is #1 indicator. All right, RSI, I have it here, but I don't really use it. It's a lagging indicator. Okay, it's a lagging indicator. Price action is not a lagging indicator. That's why I value it over anything else. Okay, guys, so that's what I got for SPY in the VIX. Triple Q. Oh, I got a 15-minute chart here. We're not looking at intraday. We are looking at, oh, this is a big one. We are looking at the daily chart. Here it goes, guys. Look at that. Wows. Look at that. Wow. I'm just amazed at this price action. I love this stuff, guys. Anyways, breakout of this bull flag, guys. I've been telling you guys for how long that this is a bull flag, and look at that beautiful breakout right here. All right, the breakout level was at 334. That was our resistance level when it opened today. Broke above that and managed to close above the 23.6 retracement level at 339.8. Holy moly, Triple Q is looking bullish, guys. We got the breakout. It is in breakout mode. So for tomorrow, we want to see a back test. All right, remember back test and go, but this time it's to the bull side to make sure that this is not a false breakout and that we want to see follow through for bulls. I would like to see 334 get treated as a support. Does it have to be treated as a support? No, it doesn't have to. Triple Q can continue going up. All right. Right now, the first support is at 339.8. If it opens above that, that is. All right. If it opens below that, then 334 is a critical support level that must hold. Below 334 is a false breakout. If it's a false breakout, guys, switch your sentiment to bearish. That is what I am going to do. You don't have to copy me. But all right. But false breakouts are very bearish. But however, if we do get a bounce from the breakout level and we close again above 334, also above 339.8, that is very bullish and we are going to see more upside. Okay, it's a possible chance because we got this breakout that the bottom is in. Also keep in mind that right here, you see where I'm circling right here? Okay, right here. Not only did we get a breakout, but this is a double bottom. All right. I know my circles are ugly. Don't hate. Anyways, double bottom, breakout of the bull flag. Still, we got to wait for confirmation. All right. Back test and go. Let's see if the breakout level will hold tomorrow. Below 334, extremely bearish. Above, bullish. Dow Jones. Now, I had this little trend line right here from the orange. This orange trend line started from February 10th. Got a touch here at March 3rd. Now, yesterday I mentioned that we broke out of it yesterday. All right, we did have a third touch at March 11th, and yesterday we broke out of it. Today, we saw follow through. That breakout level held, and we also broke above the 38.2 retracement level at 340.79. This is very bullish, guys. Now, the SPY is still within the triangle pattern, but Triple Q and Dow Jones is looking extremely bullish, guys. All right. Now, the next resistance level is at 346.25, and a little above that is 347. Above 347 is the breakout of this green flag that we got here. All right, above 347 is extremely bullish, and the bottom is most likely in. Okay, now to be bearish, you want to see some support level get taken out. As of right now, 340.79 is support. Below that, I'm bearish. And of course, if we lose 334, then I'll be extra bearish. All right, loss of support is when you want to be bearish, guys. When we're breaking from resistance like this, that is bullish price action. IWM, false breakdown. Holy moly, guys. I mentioned earlier that false breakdowns are bullish. You see why? We broke down. The next day, we retested it as a resistance, but look at that. It opened back within the triangle pattern. It recaptured that 197.33 resistance level, treated it like support. Now it's testing the resistance of this triangle pattern. Now what we want to see, what bulls want to see next, okay, is the breakout of the triangle pattern, and it needs to close above 203.10. Above 203.10, we'll put 205.5 in play. That's this green trend line right here. Started from the November high to the January high, okay? Now what's that level again? Above 205.5 will be a breakout. Maybe 206, give it to be more safe. Above 206 is a breakout of this green trend line, and that will be a sign that the bottom is in. Now you can see with these circles, now these circles are much nicer. With these circles, double bottom, you see that. Now we just both need to capitalize, break out of this small triangle pattern, break above 206 of this green trend line, and that will be very bullish, okay? So if we get the breakout, watch for the back test as support. If that fails and it breaks back in, that's a false breakout. That's bearish, all right? Tesla, look at this Tesla. Now I mentioned yesterday, twice it bounced off of this yellow support line at 765, okay? Today, I told you guys to watch the 5-day moving average, and today it treated that 5-day moving average as of support, and it recaptured the 829.16 level. All right, it recaptured the 23.6 retracement level at 829.16. That is now support. All right, if we break back below it, that's a false breakout, very bearish, back to the downside. If it holds that support, my next price target is all the way up here at 877, and above 877, we recapture this multi-year trend line, and I'm favoring more upside, possibly even new all-time highs, but it's still early to tell, okay? Don't quote me on that. And if I zoom out, you can see this inverse head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Could it be forming? We'll see. Neckline is around 941, okay? Apple, I love Apple. Bounce off of the support of the bull flag yesterday. Today, it used the 5-day moving average and the 200-day moving average as a support, pushed all the way up, and tested the 13-day moving average as a resistance, okay? So, we need to take out that 13-day moving average. It's currently at 160, all right? I alerted this in the group. I had a 160 to 162 price target. That was based on the 13 to 20-day moving average. It hit the 13 tomorrow. If we can clear the 13, test the 20, which is at 162. Above 162 is very bullish, and it'll put the resistance line of this bull flag in play, which is currently at, for tomorrow, be at 170, okay? So that's a nice move to the upside, okay? If we get a rejection from 162, that's bearish, or if we lose a previous support level, like losing this 5-day moving average, currently at 155.7. We lose that level, that's a sign we're going to see more downside, possibly even new lows. Now, Bitcoin, I wasn't going to cover Bitcoin, but one of the viewers made a good point. It's a good market indicator, so I'm going to cover it. Also, I'm noticing that Bitcoin still managed to hold above this blue trend line here. Okay, so technically it's still a breakout, I guess. It's not an impressive one, but it still is, technically speaking. And I'm noticing this triangle pattern. So triangle patterns usually mean it's basing or chopping for a bigger move, okay? Possibly to the downside, but I could be wrong. For me to be bullish, we need to recapture this multi-year trend line. All right, needs to get above 44.5K, but also this resistance of the triangle pattern at 45K. So I'm looking at 45K now. If Bitcoin can break above 45K, I would be bullish and probably look for buying opportunities. Until then, I'm going to stay on the sidelines. Breakdown of this triangle pattern is at 35.5K. Below that, I think we'll come to the support around 28.7K, where I would probably look for some buying opportunities. That's a big maybe. Anyways, guys, I hope that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you found some value in this video. I hope you guys are profitable. I hope you guys are learning. And peace.